Hi, and thanks for tuning in again for your Written in the Stars October Taroscope. I'm so happy you decided to join me. This is where I do a tarot reading monthly for each sign, and I'm so excited for October. I'm still getting my costume together. Do you have yours? But happy Halloween, happy Samhain, happy Dia de los Muertos, and all that awesome stuff coming up in October that I'm so excited for. But I will not go off onto an excited Halloween tangent. Without further ado, here is your Written in the Stars October Taroscope. Thanks for tuning in.
Hey Virgo! Thank you again for tuning in to your October 2016 Taroscope. Woo! Jump off. Well, I guess, you know, cat's out of the bag on that one. Let's see what's going on for you this month. October 2016, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. Unsurprisingly, because you're such a mental, ruled by Mercury, so literally mercurial fellow, I want to say that this is a very thought-oriented month for you. You're going to be doing a lot of analyzing, a lot of regrouping is the word that Spirit is using. Okay, they're saying that a lot of you are breaking away from something, breaking out of something, breaking out of a rut, breaking out of the box. It's time. It's time. A lot of you have been feeling extremely limited, and a breakthrough is coming. Okay, specifically they're saying some of you have been through a class, and very specifically some of you have been through therapy. Some of you have been like literally to a psychologist and gotten some help to the point where like, or some of you have like even, again, you're so intelligent, like you've given yourself therapy, like read the books and done the research and listened to the podcasts and videos to recognize like unhelpful patterns in yourself and others. And it's like that education, that re-education that you've given yourself is leading you out of turmoil and out of just, again, this rut and this self-imposed, I want to say isolation for some of you. And when I'm saying isolation, Spirit is showing me, like, it's not that you're, like, just sitting alone in the basement, like, not talking to anybody. Like, a lot of you, yes, have to be out in the world and stuff, but it's that sort of, like, I'm not alone, but I'm lonely, that kind of thing. Which is always, like, I mean, what could be a more alienating, isolating feeling than that? I mean, here you are, like, suffering with anxiety and ruminating thoughts and things. And I feel like you have the opportunity to let a lot of that go. Again, I feel like you have the opportunity to get really real with yourself and really, like, okay, so let's talk about her. To just look at this card, like, you know, to just glance at it, it looks extremely, gosh, if I could, like, focus, sorry, I'm spatially challenged. If you just look at this card, it's like the colors are grim, the position is grim, it looks like she's trapped, it looks like somebody has, like, just bound and gagged her and kept her here. But if you really look closer, her feet are behind her, but they're not bound. Her hands are clutching her hair, they're not tied. She's wearing a blindfold, but again, her hands are free, so at any point she could decide to just reach up and pull that blindfold off and walk away from the position that she has either put or found herself in. And it's interesting that it's like, if she were to just, let's say, peek out of the blindfold and just look ahead of her, she would see like this crisscross, this fence made of, you know, razor sharp steel, and be like, oh my God, and like hurriedly like pull her blindfold down and be like, I knew it, see, I knew it, I knew I couldn't do it. But man, if she would just look around, she would see this wide expanse of world that she can walk around in and find a new place and find like, Spirit is saying a lot of you want like a new beginning. It's almost like, I want a new name, I want a new job, I want like a whole new life. And you can have that. Like, I'm not saying, you know, change your name and like, you know, steal somebody's license plates. I'm not saying that. Please don't do that. But I am saying that you can have a clean slate, a breakthrough, a new beginning. Get real. Get honest with yourself. You're so much bigger and stronger and better and smarter than you're giving yourself credit for. You have kind of a tendency to self-flagellate at times, Virgo, to whip yourself, to blame yourself, to martyr yourself, to supplicate. Now is not the time for that. It's time to walk away. Oh God, it's like... Some of you are going to get forced out of your rut. Some of you, the ending is going to come with or without your permission. And whether it comes with your permission or not, death is painful. Death requires a grieving period, even when you're expecting it, even when you call it yourself and unplug the life support on the relationship or the job or the venture yourself. It's still something that needs to be grieved. It's still a door that is shutting definitively in your life. And that can feel like you're left with nothing. Some of you in the middle of the month, I'm feeling you're going to be struggling a little bit with like a sense of spiritual poverty. For some of you, this is like, and again, these are very general readings. So it's like I'm trying to navigate through all these messages that I'm getting. Mini plug, one-on-one readings are a lot more specific. But no, really, for some of you, this may be like financial, material poverty. Like, I really don't have enough to pay my bills. Holy shit. How am I going to get through this? But for a lot of you, this is like just a spiritual or emotional poverty, like a feeling like you're outside looking in, like everybody has something except you. And that is not the case. We all feel that way from time to time. Like we all have days where we feel like everybody gets it but us, or has it but us. But that's not true, Virgo. You're doing extremely well in life. You're getting along great. Don't underestimate the progress that you've made. Just because you do find yourself in this rut, and just because you do find yourself sort of in that self-punishing and that rumination, like you can talk yourself out of things just like a champ. Like you need to get a rubber band on your wrist and like snap it every time you have a thought that is like useless, worthless, like self-limiting, self-defeating, self-sabotaging. You need to just cut that shit. Like, you know, imagine a big red stop sign every time you know, some of you, it's like you criticize your looks or you criticize like your status in life. Like, stop, please, like love and appreciate who you are. This is what cultivates more magic and brings more into your life. And something wants to come in fast. And it's something awesome, okay? So again, I'm feeling like middle of the month-ish, something amazing has the potential to come into your life, but if you're not keeping your freaking eyes open, and if you're just busy looking at the ground and like thinking how everything sucks and wanting to stay in your rut and wanting to keep your blindfold on, you may never see this tremendous like shooting star, this meteor that is gonna like shoom into your life and try to get your attention. With this is coming a messenger. So you have a friend who's going to tell it to you very straight. The King of Swords. Who is the King of Swords? The King of Swords is a no bullshit master wordsmith. Could be a lawyer, could be a writer, could be a comedian, could be a speaker, a coach for some of you, like a mentor or an online coach. This is somebody who's going to give it to you straight, hard, fast, like no sugarcoating. It's not that he's cruel, but he does not see the point in wasting time or words or breath on like putting any flowers on the truth. The truth is the truth, and he finds it beautiful as it is. So this person has good advice for you. I feel like this person is very much aligned with this breakthrough. So this may be a person like a friend again, or like a spouse, a partner. This could be somebody who is giving you great advice and encouraging you to move forward, encouraging you to be yourself, encouraging you to speak your truth and break out of your rut and try the new thing, do the new thing. Because Spirit is talking about that a lot. This death is, again, shut the chapter. Like, you cannot move on if you keep one foot in the door. If you don't get out of the cab, you can't reach your destination. So get out of the cab, Virgo. Get out and see where you find yourself. Speaking of cabs, this is the best cab. The Caveat. I'm kidding. It's the Chariot. Spatially challenged. Okay. The Chariot is like ultimate victory, and it's particularly victory after extremely difficult circumstances, or when coming up against extremely difficult opposition. And the Chariot is not just like, oh, I overcome the obstacle. The Chariot is like, I leverage the obstacle and I make it an advantage for myself. Like, I find a way to, like, it's basically kind of like, well, oh gosh, what is that old, oh no, I don't want to use that one at all. I was going to say the thing about the frog and the scorpion, but that's terrible. You're not, you know, I don't want you to sting anybody to death. But my point, my point is that you're going to be able to kind of like stand on the shoulders of those who came before you, stand on the shoulders of your competitors, stand on the shoulders of people who have tried to do what is in the vein of this thing that you want to do. You're very research oriented, and you have this friend or this influence in your life that is so honest and so intelligent, feeding you good thoughts as well. So you need to, okay, and for some of you, Spirit is saying you need to leverage this anxiety. Like, you have all this excess energy that is, it's like you're not even aware you have this energy, and that's why it's being funneled into anxiety. Like, you have so much within you, so much electricity, so much to give. Sorry, spatially challenged. Jeez, this is horrible. You have so much inside of you, and so many good thoughts and so much good energy, but when you don't ground it, like a live wire, if something isn't grounded, then there's nowhere safe for that charge to go, and it becomes something very dangerous, very negative, something very harmful. So you need to harness that energy in you. You need to leverage that energy in you and let it power you. Let fear become your fuel. Let anxiety become your fuel. Let it push you forward. Use it. Like, when you feel an anxiety attack coming on, go for a run. Don't sit and let it course through you and shake your body. Do something with that excess energy. Ground yourself. Plug in. If you are the kind of person who likes to meditate and who is into yoga and things like that, do grounding exercises. Even something literally as simple as going outside and just standing on the earth and closing your eyes and taking a deep breath and just rooting yourself, just feeling how steady the earth is and how supported you are. That will do you so much good. You're an earth sign, Virgo. You need those connections. And for a lot of you, Spirit is saying that you haven't been eating very well, and very specifically, they're saying some of you have not been eating enough. So you need nutrient-dense foods. I'm seeing some of you will be swooning this month, which is weird. Don't faint, okay? If you are gonna go work out, you need to have your snack. You need to, you can't go a whole day without eating because you were working all day. Please don't do that. This is gonna be a really, I feel like this is a sort of a spiritually rejuvenating month, and a lot of you are going to be feeling like you went through a lot, and yet you feel energetic. You went through so much, and it was such a month full of activity and breakthroughs and amazing advancements and spiritual understanding, because strength is all about finding your inner strength. This is about facing your inner beast, if that's depression, anxiety, rage, and it coming right after this card of fear and depression and isolation. It's perfect. It's this month you can face that, and you can treat it with love, and you can approach it with peace and listen to what it has to say, rather than trying to pretend it's not there or smush it down or cover it up with drugs, alcohol, etc., etc. Just acknowledging your beast can change everything. Letting your beast have a little roar and then pulling the thorn out of its paw could be the difference between victory and defeat. So pay attention to your thoughts. Be the gatekeeper. By the time the month is over, you get a nice break. So again, long month where you're going to feel like you did a lot, and yet you have energy. You're going to get this break, and you're going to get this new perspective. October is going to be a big month for changing your perspective and for changing your opinion and your outlook on the future. And what Spirit means by that is like what you want for the future. Like I feel like you're going to be coming up with different goals based on things that you go through this month and sort of revelations and epiphanies that you have this month when it comes to yourself, your talents, your quote-unquote weaknesses and your strengths. I really feel like I want to say that there's a new level of mastery for you this month, Virgo. So by October 31st, you know, maybe make your costume something really badass. Because I feel like you're going to be feeling pretty badass. Pretty much like, you know, the guy who like traveled to the top of the mountain and got taught by the sensei and now he's a master. Like, yes, you are mastering yourself, Virgo. So put your focus, this is kind of funny, put your focus on taking off your blinders. Like, put your focus on widening your focus. How about that? Like, you have so much more to give than you think. So don't be afraid to break out of your rut and find out what that is. The card that I really want you to most remember, like, and take away from this, I'm moving over to this ace. Like, you need to be bold. You need to be honest, and you need to, like, shred your expectations and what you think the expectations of others are, and just be yourself. Being your honest self and spreading your message exactly how it is what is going to bring you victory. So if you need to blog. Like, sit down and write every day. Write your book, write your blog, make your video where you speak into the world. But it's time for you to speak your truth. Speak truth to power. Speak out. Stand up. Be yourself and represent yourself proudly. Your words are necessary. Your voice is desired. So give it to us. We want it. We want to hear from you, Virgo. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed this. And if you have any questions, comments, please let me know. Like, if anything rang any bells for you, I would love to hear about it. And if you know any fellow Virgos who would enjoy this, please share it with them, and like and subscribe if that's your thing, if you enjoyed this and want to see the next videos that I put out. So thanks again. I hope you have an awesome October, and I hope I see you in November, Virgo. Bye-bye.
Again, thank you so much for listening. I hope that you had a great reading and that you found it really empowering. If you have any questions or comments about your reading, or if anything really resonated with you, I would love to hear about it in the comments, or you can also find me on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and send me your questions or comments there. I'd love to hear them. And if you really enjoyed your reading and you would like something a little more personal, a little more in-depth, you can schedule a personal reading with me. I've got readings from like as low as $5 and on up, and you can check that out at my little online shop, linked below. And I just want to thank you so much again for listening. I really appreciate it, and it's been a pleasure, and I will see you next month. Bye!